ובעזרת השם יתברך ניתן דין על מעשיו. ואני באתי להגיד לכם בוקר טוב, אולי ללמוד מכם, אולי להקשיב לכם, אבל אתם...
אנחנו מתביישים.
מתנסים והוא עוד מקליט ומקלל, אותו שילמת אותו מקלל. באתי להגיד בוקר טוב, באתי להציע לשתות לכם קפה.
Here, first, you know, they've threatened Palestinians. They steal land. You're a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief.
אז תקרא את זה שוב בבית, אנחנו תלמד למה אנחנו לא שותים קפה איתך ולא מדברים איתך.
לא רוצים קפה ממך, לא עוגיות, לא כלום. לך הביתה. Yeah. You're the Nazi. You are the Nazi here. You are the Nazi. You are the thief and the Nazi. Go home. Yes. You. You're living on stolen land. You should be ashamed of yourself. No, I'm telling you the truth. You are a Judo-Nazi on living on stolen land. Go home. No, we really... Go home, baby. So here we are. Zaatara, occupied Palestine, where little shitheads like this, thieves like this, actually they're not. Actually the Palestinians are the Palestinians are the majority, honey. No, and it's definitely not your way. You're living on stolen land.
התסכים שלהם בטח גם.
So, yeah. Zaatara Junction. Looking the occupation in the eye. Weekly quiet demonstration. Some army dudes. So standing here in solidarity with the Palestinians, show them that not every Israeli is a racist shithand or a killer. The last week, 4 Palestinians were killed by the hands of the Israeli occupation force. One 15-year-old in Jenin was shot in the head, in the chest, and his abdomen. 15 years old in Jenin. Don't forget my notes. We also shot a Palestinian nurse in Jenin. We shot her in the chest and in her abdomen with live ammunition. She's in critical condition. A nurse, Palestinian nurse. Palestinian was shot in his eye and had a broken skull 2 years ago in Al-Aqsa. In May, he was shot in the head and beaten up by the Israeli occupation force. He died last night of his injuries. I saw a picture of his skull where he had stitches from ear to ear over on the top of his head. So 2 years later, 2+ years later, he died of his injuries. No doubt that Israel did not give any support regarding medical, it's not taking any responsibility over it. So that makes it this month. We're August, what, 17, 18, 14 Palestinians have died this month by the hands of the Israeli occupation force and Zionist shitheads. 4 minors in the month of August were killed. As young as 15 years old. Bringing the total to 41 Palestinian kids. Bringing the total to 41 Palestinian kids killed in 2023. Every time I say these numbers, I really need to wrap my head around it. 41 kids have been killed by the Israeli occupation force without any consequence whatsoever. Zero. 41 kids. We're in the middle of the year. What the fuck is wrong? So in Jenin, Israeli occupation force went in there undercover, of course, sneaking in. They blew up a house, and what I said earlier, killed a Palestinian by shooting him in the head, the chest. Live ammunition. Her kidney of the nurse was hit, and again she's in critical condition. No justice whatsoever for Qusay Mutan, a 19-year-old Palestinian that was shot by Zionist shitheads 2 weeks ago. Both settlers have been released. I think only one is on house arrest, as there's insufficient evidence, as they say. Now, since 2005, 1,500 investigations of Zionist settlement attacks have been investigated, or have been, investigated is a big word. And only 7% led to indictments. And that's an indictment, and then nobody went to jail. Maybe 1, 2. And those 2 that are in jail, like the Zionist shithead. Korea, Palestine! Now also the 15-year-old kid that was killed in Jenin. He was lying on the street for an hour and a half, bleeding to death. as the Israeli occupation force did not allow medics inside and provide medical treatment. So I was lying on the street for an hour and a half, bleeding to death. This week again, Israel found it absolutely necessary to go to Nablus again, Area A, to visit a tomb, a grave that the Zionist shitheads claim is from Joseph. Who the fuck is Joseph? There's no proof for it. Just allows them. Palestinians don't have access to this tomb anymore. They actually claim that a Palestinian is lying there, but they don't have access to the tomb anymore. It has been closed off, only for Jews. And when they come in, it used to be once a month. I get the feeling it's being upped by bi-weekly. And it means that Israeli occupation force goes in with hundreds of soldiers securing the Zionist shitheads, not allowing Palestinians on the street, etc. Normally it ends up in Palestinians being killed. This time there were clashes, but I don't think anybody was killed. Now, imagine this scenario. Zaatara! Okay, just imagine this scenario. In the middle of the night, it's warm. And so you have your windows open, it's quiet, it's a quiet night, but you are a Palestinian. So Israeli occupation force is walking through your village. Nothing is happening, there are no clashes, nobody is, there are no fights, there's nothing. Israeli occupation force is walking through the town. Bayush, you're a thief. So it's quiet, it's warm, it's the middle of the night, you have your window open, and then suddenly, boom! Israeli occupation force were bored and decided to throw stun grenades into people's houses through open windows. For no reason whatsoever, except that they were bored and clearly had ammunition that, you know, was not supposed to go back to the base. Women, children inside the house. Suddenly you wake up by a huge boom inside your house, because the Israeli occupation force thought it was funny, probably, to throw a stun grenade into your house. For no reason. There's a shitload of army here, by the way. Let's go a second to the other side of the road to show you this. Lots of cars, lots of army here. Where are they going to go? Who are they going to kill today? Now, for all those people, and that's a lot of you in Israel, that went to the army, or your brother is going to the army, or your sister, or your daughter, or your husband, they are killing innocent Palestinians for no reason, only because they're Palestinians. In just the West Bank, 168 Palestinians have been killed so far this year. 168 Palestinians in just the West Bank. The total number of killed Palestinians this year is over 200. If you add Gaza to it. absolutely don't see anybody online with me. But hey, yeah, let me just keep on talking. Israeli occupation force for the 220th time. Ava Motek! Ava! We were shouted at. As you can hear, I shouted back. You're a thief! You're a thief! Okay. Right. For the 220th time, because 219 is not enough, Israeli occupation force demolished Al-Araki. For the 220th time. And then you wonder, like, okay, what? These are tents, foil houses. I mean, it's built from fucking nothing. And the Israeli occupation forces do not want them. And they're being demolished time after time after time. 220th time. Just this year already something like at least 10 times it has been demolished. Hebron. At that point I don't even know. Hebron. Okay. One. Bi-weekly or the weekly demonstration in Hebron where Palestinians have to clean the area. This is happening now weekly. Oh, these people, they are pretending to be religious. Totally, the whole shebang. And then you get the middle finger. That is not pretty behavior. Hebron. So yeah, by the weekly Saturday march, where the Palestinians have to close shop. They have to. They're not allowed into the streets where the settlers want to roam around. Another one. Oh man, they are so uneducated, these people. Yeah. And this is happening on a weekly basis. So people that were complaining yesterday in Tel Aviv, oh, I can't get to my home. It's Hebron. Except in Hebron you have something like, I don't know, 200, I don't know how many. I'm throwing a number, it's not 250, but every fucking corner there's a checkpoint. Oh, we might get to 250. And you can't get through. Yeah. That's life for Palestinians, guys. Welcome to occupied Palestine. With the difference that the checkpoint in Hebron has a automatic AI-based machine gun. So, you know, if the AI-based program does not like your face, you might get shot by an automatic, you know, machine gun on top of the checkpoint. Yeah. You know, blue wolf, red wolf, white wolf. I think one is to make the pictures, the other one is the program, and the other one is the AI recognition. But it's all wolf. So anyway, besides the weekly demonstration, racist demonstration in Hebron by Zionist shitheads, Israeli occupation force decided this week that Issa Amro was not allowed to bring building equipment to his garden. Construction materials. Yeah, why? Well, because we say so. You might have used this road, you know, up until today, but right now you cannot use this road to your garden to bring construction material. Israeli occupation force in Hebron with Issa Amro trying to harass him as much as they can. If not the occupation force, then the Zionist settlers. Okay, new mobile homes from settlers, Zionist thieves, were put in Kusra, on Palestinian owned land of course, and Burin Nablus, Palestinian homes from Zionist settlers were placed on Palestinian land earlier this week. Now, a caravan or a mobile home, monkeys, we call them monkeys. Yeah, sure. Shannon just almost killed Palestinian because, hey, I own this place. Ah, they're coming back. No, they're not. No, they are geweld. Neo-Nazis. Nothing else I can say here. Judo-Nazis. 2023. 2000 orders for administrative detention were given out. And right now 19 Palestinian kids are being held under administrative detention, meaning no charges were brought against you, no evidence was shared, and not a proper court hearing. I think I'm really alone today. 19 Palestinian kids and over 1,200 Palestinians are being held in jail right now under administrative detention. No charges, no court hearing, ruling, and no evidence. 1,200, just because you're Palestinian. Now, totally, there are over 5,000 Palestinians held in Israeli prison, which is not allowed under international law. The Palestinians should stay in their land, occupied Palestine in this case. But Israel is breaking every law, so this one is on top of it. And again, if you have 5,000 Palestinians in jail and have 1,200 under administrative detention, you cannot say that we're living in a democracy here. It's a fucking farce. Israel's an apartheid state, occupying Palestinians for 56 years. Over 1 million Palestinians have been arrested in occupied Palestine since 67. Over 1 million. That's every family, every Palestinian family has a family member that was in jail. Only because they are Palestinians. Now, when we're talking about only because they are Palestinians, Israeli occupation force denied early release, or Israel actually, of Walid Daka. Amnesty International urged Israel yesterday to release him immediately. Israel doesn't give a crap. Doesn't give a crap about Amnesty, doesn't give a crap about the United Nations, doesn't give a crap about anybody. The only thing they do know, Walid Daka is not going to die at home with his wife and his little daughter. Israel will do everything to make sure that Walid Daka will die in prison. And Walid didn't kill anybody. He's in prison for 37 years for being, part of the group and the plan. He didn't kill anybody. 37 years he's in jail, was supposed to be released this year. 2018, Israel gave him another 2 years for smuggling mobile phone into his cell. He has bone marrow cancer in his spine. 2/3 of his right lung has been removed. His heart is working, last time what I heard, and for sure that's less by now, 24%. And that's not enough for Israel to release him. Of course he's not getting the medical treatment that he's getting in prison. Of course not. He's dying. He's seriously dying. And Israel refuses to release him. 37 years in jail. But Zionist shitheads that shoot Palestinians and kill them are being released home. So as a Palestinian, you were just the brain, or part of the brain, behind a freedom attack. A freedom, I'm not sure if attack is the right word. Fucking 40 years ago. He's still sitting in jail and he didn't kill anybody. But then the Zionist shitheads that do kill Palestinians They're not even been brought to trial. To jail, nothing. 0. I read the number and I'm not sure if that's correct, but that 7 Palestinians have been killed by Zionist shitheads in 2023. 7. And not 1 Zionist shithead is in jail. Not 1. Oh, that pisses me off. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, of course. One of the checkpoints, just like this one where we're standing. We are standing here, everything is hunky-dory. But, you know, out of the blue, Israeli occupation force decides, you know, to stop a car with a disabled Palestinian man. They force him to get out of his car. They keep him and arrest him for hours. And then they confiscated his car and left him in his wheelchair by the side of the road. You go and figure out how to get home. We take your car. Why? Because we can. Because we can. Israel confiscated a car of a disabled Palestinian man because we can. For no reason. No reason whatsoever. Well, the honking Palestinians, that's what we're standing here for, guys. Now, Israeli occupation force seized a caravan. And in Tumas, is that really? That should be probably Zionist shitheads in Tumas that attacked and vandalized Palestinian cars. Now, I saw I saw yesterday a video of the attack in Safa from 2 months ago, where you see at least 20 Zionist shitheads running down the mountain, going into the village and start attacking houses and cars and property with people inside. Shooting with live ammunition. 2 months ago, shooting with live ammunition. They torched homes. And they did that attack in Safa to erect a new illegal outpost of Tzvi Bar Yosef. Yeah, the Zionist little shithead that thinks he is above the law. And he is right now terrorizing the area in Safa, resulting in 2 Palestinians killed in Safa. But yeah, no, let's have another illegal outpost by Tzvi Bar Yosef, who is fucking terrorizing this country, occupied Palestine. So last night, 1,000 Palestinians stated that they are going to start an open-ended hunger strike after the visit of Ben Gvir in prison earlier this week. Certain prisoners that Israel decided has affiliation with Hamas or whatever have been removed to another prison. Their shower time has been reduced. The amount of time they can go to the toilet, time outside, fresh bread, fresh pitot, all been reduced, taken away, etc. by Ben Gvir. So 1,000 Palestinians, that's 20%, that's quite impressive. Ongoing raids in cells and rooms of the prisoners, punishments. Oh yeah, and while it's, you know, like 50 degrees here in Israel for the last, you know, weeks, in Israeli prison, at least not for the Palestinians, they don't have air conditioning in prison. So you would, I don't know, 6-8 people in your cell, freaking hot, because it's built to keep the warmth inside, freaking hot. And what do the Palestinians have to cool off? A van. One van for 8 people. Fucking unbearable conditions in Israeli jail. Oh yeah, this is the Zionist settlers. Zionist settlers stop a Palestinian jeep, open the doors, take away the keys of the Palestinian. Afterwards they're trying to take the papers. The Palestinian is inside his car, right? They kick him out of the car and they're trying to steal his fucking jeep. In the end, the army arrives. Palestinian is being sent away and the jeep is being taken by the Israeli occupation force for no reason. So Zionist settlers try to steal a jeep. A Palestinian doesn't agree, calls for help, and the help takes the jeep. Welcome to occupied freaking Palestine. Okay. Israeli occupation force also found it absolutely necessary to demolish the last building standing in Ein Samaya, which was a donor-funded school that the Israeli occupation force yesterday demolished. Now, I don't know if this story is true, but I heard they were on their way to Ein Tzvi, which is the moshav where the 2 killers are living that killed the Palestinian in Burqa, Ramallah 2 weeks ago. So the story is that the Israeli occupation force was on the way to demolish houses in that illegal settlement, but because there were so many Zionist shitheads around to stop it, they decided to go to Ein Samaya and demolish the school instead. So Israeli occupation force didn't demolish anything so far in this illegal outpost next to Burqa Ramallah, but they did find it necessary to demolish a donor-funded Palestinian school, the last building standing in Ein Samaya. Kol hakavod. Now, retroactive, Israel authorized 2 illegal outposts, Avigail and Asael, to be expanded together with 8 other ones. Asael is going to be, listen to this, 18 times bigger. 18. They're going to expand it times 18 on fucking stolen Palestinian land. And Abigail is going to be 2.5 times bigger, expanded by 2.5 times its size. Again, of Palestinian stolen land. And it really makes shows that fire zone 918 in the southern hills of Hebron, that the fire zone for Masafer Yatta is absolutely bullshit. It's only for Palestinians, because the Zionist outposts and settlements, illegal, are going to be expanded. And that was the whole plan behind it. Get rid of the 1,000 people in the 8 villages of Masafer Yatta and surroundings, so that we can expand illegal settlements. That's what we do. Get rid of the Palestinian population any way possible. Also in Safa, house built on Palestinian land. Built on Palestinian land. Israeli occupation with a building permit. Yeah, house was built with a building permit on Palestinian land. But you know what? The Israeli occupation force decided it's too close by the illegal Zionist outpost, so he has to demolish his house. Yeah, because you know the Zionist illegal shitheads living there on stolen land do not like the house being so close by. So instead of getting rid of the illegal settlement, no, we're getting rid of the Palestinians. Zionist settlers demolished a residential room in Masafriata. They uprooted trees in Kariot. They don't. Not only did they take their water, they're also killing, uprooting their trees. They blocked the entrance at Al Sawaya and attacked Palestinians because, hey, we can. Israeli occupation forces standing by and will support us. Attacked Palestinian cars. The people from Izar, living here close by. Nasty, violent shitheads. Attacked Palestinian cars on Road 60. Zionist shitheads attacked and I'm looking for the right word. The only primary school in Wadi Az-Zik in Ramallah. They smashed the belongings, stole properties, including a power generator, because we can, and nobody will be held accountable for it. Israeli occupation force, collective punishment, something we love to do, is blocking the entrances to Palestinian villages so that they can't get in or out, including with Beit Umar. Now, due to ongoing violent settler attacks for years, ongoing, Kabun, Ein Samaya, Ras Al-Tin, Al-Baka, Karabat and Dadi. These communities in 2023 have packed up all their stuff and closed shop. So the people in Kabun, Ein Samaya, Ras Al-Tin, Al-Baka, Karabat and Dadi, after living on their land for I don't know how many years, some of them had to move there in 48, 67 or whenever, living there for years, but due to ongoing attacks from violent Zionist settlers and the army, they closed shop and left. We call that an ongoing Nakba. An ongoing Nakba where Zionist settlers are chasing away full Palestinian communities that are just afraid for the lives of their kids. And the Israeli occupation force is standing by and let it happen, and the Israeli government is applauding it. These people have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. And that's exactly what Israel wants. Go away. Go to Gaza. Go to the few cities that are left, Palestinian cities in Area C. You're not welcome here. Palestinian, think in the area of Masafriata. He's on his way home, the entrance of the village. Israeli occupation force was standing there, shouting at him, pointing his gun. Get out of your car, get out of your car. Got out of his car, didn't know what happened. Had to lie on the floor. They were looking for guns in his car that he didn't have. He didn't understand what was going on. Shouting at him, half of it he doesn't understand. In the end, they told him he should drive his car to somewhere where they tell him he should bring his car. He refuses. He's being arrested. He is already blindfolded and handcuffed. They start beating him up inside the truck. And he's shouting, why? He didn't do anything. On his way home, was stopped at the entrance of the village. Beaten up, asking why, shouting why the fuck are you beating me up? Where at a certain point one of the soldiers said, you tried to kill us. Next time they will kill him, pretending that he was trying to kill them. For no reason, they can shoot and kill whoever they want with the excuse of self-defense or he was trying to attack us. Over 200 Palestinians, 168 in just occupied West Bank, occupied Palestine. La ihtilal! Nobody is going to jail, no settler and nobody from the army. Yeah, 167 in occupied Palestine, bringing the total to 216 including Gaza. Seven Palestinians killed by Zionist settlers in 2023. That's a crazy number. For sure, if I put them all on a list, I remember them all. I do not remember. God, that's horrible. Okay, over 683 Palestinians have been injured by live ammunition in 2023. Close to 700 Palestinians have been injured by live ammunition. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. Here's such another beauty giving us the middle finger. And that's just the West Bank. In 2022, last year this time it was 307 Palestinians that were injured by live ammo. So that number is twice as big. Twice as many Palestinians that were injured by live ammunition. So far 60 Palestinian buildings have been demolished. Now Israel is not occupying Gaza, but it is controlling it. So Israel controls what goes in and what goes out, and who goes in and who goes out in Gaza. This results that right now there is a huge shortage of dialysis tubes. Kids, kidney issues, need dialysis. Palestinians, there are not enough tubes. Israel doesn't allow them in because, hey, come on, if we can't shoot them, let's kill them slowly by not, making sure, especially in Gaza, that there is not enough medical equipment available. So people that might need dialysis like 3 times a day only get it now once a day because there simply are not enough tubes. Another fucking insane story. The residents of Ari. A wall, the apartheid wall, separates the village from their land where they grow vegetables, etc. So there's a wall in between. Now there is a gate. And they have to ask permission from the Israeli occupation force to pass through the gate and to work their land. Up until now, they were allowed access twice a week. Twice a week. Twice a week you're allowed to work your land. Twice a week we are willing to open the gate for you so you have access to your own fucking land. So they went to court. The people of Arin went to court and asked the court that they want to have access to their land every day. Now the army had to react and they decided, you know what, twice a week to every day. No. Instead of twice a week, you get it twice a year. Because you're not really growing vegetables on the land, even though we do not allow them access to their land. Israeli occupation force now also decided they do not grow vegetables, so they don't need access to their land anymore. And that's it. Twice a year now, they will get access to their land. One is during the Masik, the picking of olives, and the other one is probably the planting. And that's it. No more access to their land, to the people in Arin. Because the Israeli occupation force does not want to open the gate every day. The insanity, the brutality, the indifference, the coldness, the brutality is fucking staggering. Staggering. So, with the 2 killings in Jenin this week, bringing the total to 55 Palestinians killed in Jenin in 2023. 17,000 Palestinian kids between 12 and 18 have been arrested since 2000. 17,000 Palestinian kids. Yeah, and last night, I don't know why, Israeli Zionist settlers decided to have a march through the old city. Again, city was blocked off for Palestinians. Palestinians were arrested, closing roads, not even allowed to cross to get to your home. Daily activities. I'm missing Danny. Danny is abroad again, yeah. Let's see if there's some water. I think I'm all alone on this life. Svika found the only spot here with shade. Yeah, that is true. For sure something happened, indeed. No traffic is coming through. Oh, seriously. These Zionist shitheads, the only thing they have to give is the middle finger. I mean, be a bit more original. For sure, there was an ambulance coming by earlier. Oh, no, I'm good. Are you kidding? You're old. I'm old too, don't worry. We're both old. Okay. Just very slow traffic, I see. my demonstration guys, looking the occupation in the eye. Mr. Clean. Oh, should keep my camera up. Lots of traffic. Laila Ikhtilal. Laila Ikhtilal. Laila Ikhtilal. That's what we're standing here for. I'm sure I pronounce it not correct. But hey, Laila Ikhtilal. I'm a fool anyway. Laila Ikhtilal. Thieves. Laila Ikhtilal. 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 Stay safe. Stay alive. Laila Ikhtilal. Ja. Fucking הזוי. fucking הזוי.
הזוי, נכון.
כלום. חשבתי אולי מאחורה וגם לא, כלום. Yeah, now a license plate. Who needs a license plate? Come on, guys. Nice traffic today. Laila Ikhtilal. Let's put this one away. Laila Ikhtilal. Laila Ikhtilal. You have little shitheads. Laila Ikhtilal. Lots of, really almost every car is giving the V. And then you suddenly have some yellow license plates in there too. It's Palestinian. Yeah, they have that right. Really interesting to see how many people were here because I don't see anybody, and I think it's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Me. Just me. There's no Danny. Okay, let's get some water. Okie dokie, מה העניינים איתך? סבבה? כמה שאפשר, בדיוק. Yeah, occupation kills, man. Occupation kills. Oh. הלכתי לעל. מותק, תירגעי. chill. Oh, the hysterics of the settlers is just... Oh. למה אני לא לקחת אתכם כולם לתל אביב? כאילו... מה העניין?
למה לקחת אותנו לפה?
אני לא יודעת. Oh my god. Yeah, so there's this TikTok, YouTube, where it's actually quite funny. 2 weeks ago, last week, whenever Safa, when the Zionist shitheads are harassing the Palestinians. So anyway, they're filming me. You know, he's they're trying to be nice and hand out cookies, like we want their cookies.
Shabbat Shalom וגם בני זונות. ביחד, את מבינה? ביחד.
We got a Shabbat Shalom and we are the sons of whores. Yeah. Shabbat Shalom, Bnei Zonot. Shabbat Shalom. Have a good Shabbos, you filthy whores. Yeah. אני לוקח אתכם אחר כך לחווארה. Oh yeah, right. So, why do I get to this stupid TikTok? So they're trying to offer me food, blah blah blah, and I tell them get out of my face. I ask please, I say please, why are you cursing? They don't speak English, blah blah blah. Anyway, there are like 70,000 views on this one. It's just really sad that these Zionist shitheads get so many views. Well, I get maybe 500. I don't know, people were doing something wrong. So one of them writes, you know, like comments. So I went through the comments yesterday. This video came to me. So I went through the comments on YouTube. And somebody was like, yeah, I know her, me. Yeah, she gets lots of money. She's very rich and she's getting lots of money from the BDS and from Europe and I don't know who else. So yeah, I wanted to get an update on that. That I get lots of money from the BDS and Europe. I thought it was actually quite funny, so I wanted to share that. Well, this is it, guys. A quiet demonstration mystically at Kibbutz, and I am looking the occupation in the eye. Join us next Friday. I mean, all these demonstrations in 48 borders are really important, but it all starts and ends here in occupied Palestine and the occupation for 56 years. And we, Israel, are occupying millions of people, telling them what they can do, when they can do it, how they can do it. and trying to make them as dependent and little as possible, that they don't dare to raise their head and speak up. That's what we are doing. So, democracy for Jews only. It should be a democracy from everybody, from Jordan to the sea. Palestine will be free. And with that we're going to end. 4 o'clock, Zaatara. Bye,